Shalom, shalom. Today will be Isaiah 21 through 25. The message concerning the wilderness of the sea. As whirlwinds in the south sweep on, so it comes from the wilderness, from an awesome land. A distressing vision is revealed to me. The treacherous betrays, and the ravenger rages. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. It's media, but all the groaning I bring to an end. Therefore my loins are filled with anguish. Pangs have seized me, like the pangs of a woman in labor. I was distressed when I heard it. I was troubled when I saw it. My heart reeled. Horror overwhelmed me. The night for which I longed, he turned into fear for me. Prepare the table, spread the mat, eat and drink. Arise, you princess, anoint the shield. For YHWH has said this to me, Go, set a watchman, let him declare what he sees. And he saw a chariot with a pair of horsemen, a chariot of donkeys, and a chariot of camels. And he listened attentively, very attentively. Then he cried, A lion! O YHWH! I stand continually on the watchtower in the daytime, and I have sat at my post every night. And see this, a chariot of men coming with a pair of horsemen. And he spoke up and said, Babel is fallen, and all the carved images of her mighty ones he has broken to the ground. O my threshing and the grain of my floor, that which I have heard from YHWH of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, I have declared to you. The message concerning Dumah, he calls to me out of Seir, Watchman, how much of the night is past? Watchman, how much of the night has passed? The watchman said, Morning came, and also the night. If you inquire, come again. The message concerning Arabia. In the forest in Arabia you stay. O you traveling companies of Dedanites. You who dwell in the land of Tamah, bring water to him who is thirsty. Meet the fugitive with bread. For they fled from the swords, from the drawn sword, from the bent bow, and from the stress of battle. For thus YHWH has said to me, Within a year, according to the year of a hired man, all the esteem of Kedar shall come to an end, and the rest of the number of archers and the mighty men of the people of Kedar shall be few. For YHWH, Elohim of Israel, has spoken. The message concerning the valley of vision. What troubles you now, that you have all gone up to the housetops? You who are filled with turmoils, a noisy city, a city of revelry. A city of revelry. Your slain are not slain with the sword, nor the dead in battle. All you rulers have fled together. Without a bow they have taken captive. All who are found in you are bound together, who have fled from afar. Therefore I said, Look away from me. Let me weep bitterly. Do not try to comfort me because of the ravaging of the daughter of my people. For it is a day of uproar and treading down and perplexity by the Master YHWH of hosts in the valley of vision, breaking down a wall and crying to the mountain. And Elam bore the quiver with chariots of men and horsemen, and Kir bared the shield. And it shall be that your choicest valleys shall be filled with chariots, and the horsemen shall take up positions at the gate. Then he removed the covering of Judah, and he looked in that day to the weapons of the house of the forest. And you saw the breaches of the city of David, that it was great, and you gathered together the waters of the lower pool. And you counted the houses of Jerusalem, and the houses you broke down to strengthen the wall. And you dug a ditch between the two walls for the water of the old pool, but you have not looked to its maker, nor have you seen him who fashioned it long ago. And in that day Master YHWH of hosts called for weeping and for mourning, for baldness and for girding with sackcloth. Then see, joy and gladness, killing oxen and slaying sheep, eating meat and drinking wine. Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. And it was revealed in my hearing by Yahweh of hosts, for this crookedness shall certainly not be pardoned until you die, said the Master Yahweh of hosts. Thus said the Master Yahweh of hosts, Go, come to this steward, to Sebna, who is over the house, and say, What have you here, and whom have you here, that you have hewn a burial site here, as he who hews himself a burial site on high, inscribing and a dwelling place for himself in a rock? See, Yahweh is hurtling you away, O man, and is firmly grasping you, rolling you up tightly like a ball into a wide land. There you are to die, and there your esteemed chariots are to be the shame of your master's house. And I shall drive you from your office, and you shall be ousted from your position. And it shall be in that day that I shall call my servant Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, and I shall put your robe on him, and strengthen him with your girdle, and give your authority into his hand, and he shall be a father unto the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to the house of Judah. And I shall place the key of the house of David on his shoulder, and he shall open, and no one shuts, and shall shut, and no one opens. And I shall fasten him like a peg in a steadfast place, and he shall become a throne of esteem to his father's house. And they shall hang on him all the weights of his father's house, the offspring of the offshoots, all the vessels of small quantity, from the cups to all the jars. In that day, declares Yahweh of hosts, the peg that is fastened to the steadfast place shall be removed, and be cut down, and fall, and the burden that was on it shall be cut off, for Yahweh has spoken. The message concerning Sor. Howl, you ships of Tarshish, for it has been destroyed, without house, without harbor. From the land of Kittim it has been revealed to them. Be silent, you inhabitants of the coastland, you merchants of Sidon, who passed over the sea. They filled you. And on great waters the grain of Sihor, the harvest of the river, was her increase. And she was a marketplace for the nations. But ashamed, O Sidon, for the sea has spoken, the stronghold of the sea, saying, I have not labored, nor brought forth children, neither have I reared young men, brought up maidens. Like the report of Mitzrayim, they too are grieved at the report of Sor. Pass over to Tarshish, wail, you inhabitants of the coastland. In this city of revelry, whose antiquity is from days of old, whose feet carried her far off to sojourn. Who has counseled this against Sor, the crowding city, whose merchants are chiefs, whose traders are to be esteemed of the earth? Yahweh of hosts has counseled it, to defile the pride of all splendor, and to shame all the esteemed of the earth. Overflow through your land like the river. O daughter of Tarshish, there is no more strength. He has stretched out his hand over the sea. He took the reins. Yahweh has given a command against Canaan to destroy its strongholds. And he said, Never again shall you exult, O you oppressed maiden daughter of Sidon. Arise, pass over to Kittim. Even there you shall find no rest. See, the land of Kasdim, this people did not exist. Ashur founded it for the wild beasts of the desert. They set up their siege towers, they demolished her palaces, and made her a ruin. Howl, you ships of Tarshish, for your stronghold is laid waste. And in that day it shall be that Sor is forgotten 70 years, according to the days of one sovereign. At the end of 70 years it shall be to Sor as in the songs of the whore, as in the song of the whore. Take a lyre, go about the city, you forgotten whore. Make sweet playing, sing many songs, so that you might be remembered. And at the end of 70 years it shall be that Yahweh visits Sor, and she shall return to her harlot fee, and commit whoring with all the rains of the earth on the face of the soil. And her goods and her harlot fee shall be set apart for Yahweh, not treasured nor laid up, for her gain is for those who dwell before Yahweh, to eat sufficiently, and for a choice covering. See, Yahweh is making the earth empty, and making it waste, and shall overturn its surface, and shall scatter abroad its inhabitants. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the female servant, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the creditor, so with the debtor. The earth is completely emptied and utterly plundered, for Yahweh has spoken this word. The earth shall mourn and wither, the world shall languish and wither, the haughty people of the earth shall languish. For the earth has been defiled under its inhabitants, because they have transgressed the Torot, it's the plural of Torah. So they've transgressed the Torah, changed the law. That's in Jeremiah. Changed the law and broken the everlasting covenant. There's a lot of references for that. Therefore, a curse shall consume the earth, and those who dwell in it be punished. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth shall be burned, and few men shall be left, a remnant. The new wine shall fail, the vine shall languish, all those glad at heart shall sigh. The joy of the tambourine shall cease, the noise of those who rejoice shall end, the joy of the lyre shall cease. No more do they drink wine with a song. Strong drink is bitter to those who drink it. The deserted city shall be broken down. Every house shall be shut. No one enters. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy shall be darkened. The gladness of the earth shall be gone. The city is left ruins, and the gate is stricken with destruction. For thus it is to be in the midst of the earth among the peoples, like the shaking of an olive tree, like the gleaning of grapes, when the grape harvest is done. They lift up their voice, they sing of the excellency of Yahweh. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Therefore, praise Yahweh in the east, the name of Yahweh Elohim of Israel, and the coastlands of the sea. From the end of the earth we shall hear songs, splendor to the righteous one. But I say, I waste away, I waste away. Woe to me! The treacherous betray, the treacherous betray, with treachery, the treacherous betray. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon you, O inhabitants of the earth. And it shall be that he who flees from the noise of the fear falls into the pit, and he who comes up from the midst of the pit is caught in the snare. For the windows from on high shall be opened, and the foundations of the earth shall be shaken. The earth shall be utterly broken. The earth shall be completely shattered. The earth shall be fiercely shaken. The earth shall stagger like a drunkard, and it shall totter like a hut, and its transgression shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And in that day it shall be that Yahweh punishes on high the host of exalted ones, and on the earth the sovereigns of the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and be punished after many days. And the moon shall blush, and the sun shall be ashamed. For Yahweh of hosts shall reign on Mount Sion and in Jerusalem, and before his elders in esteem. Mighty is the day of Yahweh. Lots of stuff there. That's a good passage. Future tense passage, anyway. O Yahweh, you are my Elohim. I exalt you. I praise your name, for you shall do a wonder. Counsels of long ago, trustworthiness, truth. For you shall make a city a heap, a walled city a ruin, a palace of strangers to be a city no more, never to be rebuilt. Therefore a strong people praise you. The city of the ruthless nations fear you. For you shall be a stronghold to the poor, a stronghold to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shade from the heat. For the spirit of the ruthless is like a storm against a wall. You subdue the noise of strangers as heat in a dry place, as heat in the shadow of a cloud. The singing of the ruthless is subdued. And in this mountain Yahweh of hosts shall make for all people a feast of choice pieces, a feast of old wines, of choice pieces with marrow, of old wines, well refined. And he shall show up this morning. And he shall shallow. Goodness gracious. Words are tripping me today. And he shall swallow up this mountain, the surface of the covering which covers all people, and the veil which is spread over all nations. He shall swallow up death forever, and the Master Yahweh shall wipe away tears from the faces, and take away the reproach of his people from all the earth. For Yahweh has spoken, and it shall be said in that day, See, this is our Elohim. We have waited for him, and he saves us. This is Yahweh. We have waited for him. Let us be glad and rejoice in his deliverance. For the hand of Yahweh rests on this mountain, and Moab is trodden down under him, and straw is trodden down in the water of a dunghill. And he shall spread out his hands in their midst, as he who swims spreads out his hands to swim. And he shall bring down their pride together with the skill of his hands, and the high stronghold of your walls he shall bring down, lay it low, leveled to the ground, down to dust. Fearsome is the day of Yahweh. I've heard a lot of people say, and not a lot of people, I've heard it said, that there are a lot of judgment days. And that's true. That there are a ton of judgment days. Right? Judgment was passed on Israel. Judgment was passed on several of these kings. There are several judgment days. There's only one day of the Lord, day of Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh Sabaoth. There's only one of those days. And in between here and that day, it's going to look bad. It's going to get real bad. But even through all that, he will save a remnant. I love you guys. May Yahweh bless you and guard you. May Yahweh make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahweh lift up his face upon you and give you peace. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them. Shalom, shalom.